Hey everyone!
Big hello.
Yeah, big hello because
excited.
I'm excited. I am excited. This is a new segment we're doing because we've had a lot of questions coming through our Muscle Expert Facebook page. So, welcome to Q&A with the pros, so where you can ask us questions on our Facebook, and every week we are going to read them out and answer them for you.
Yeah, cool. Okay, what's the first question that we have for today then?
Let me find it. So the first question comes from Nessie Smith. Thanks, Nessie, for your question. She says, "Hi everyone, absolutely over the moon to have Q&A. So are we. Awesome. When it comes to getting ready for your competition and dieting down, what is the best fat burner you can recommend? Much love."
Okay, Nessie, well,
Good
to
question.
answer that, yeah, that is a really good question, especially when there is so many thermogenics and fat burners out there on the market.
Yes.
I understand that it can be quite daunting, and to be honest with you, like everyone is reacts differently to stimulants. So some people might like high stimulants and other people might not. I personally myself am not a huge fan of the really high stimulants.
Yeah.
I just prefer something that's just going to get me going and get me through my workouts and obviously help with the fat burning as well. So it is a bit of a hard question to ask.
Do you want me to jump in?
Yeah, no, you jump through. Yeah.
It's tough because everyone reacts differently, like Summer said. So at the end of the day, I would suggest before your competition prep, where you've got a little bit of time, just try a few different fat burners. For 1 month, they usually last you about a month if you're using them properly. So maybe for a month, use one. Maybe for the next month, use a different one and see what you like better. I know there's some I've tried that make me a bit jittery or I can't sleep at night and that kind of thing. So I personally prefer the Define 8. That's my winner.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, your fat burning is going to come mainly from your competition preparation and your diet and how hard you're training. Your fat burners are there to aid you in that, they're stimulant based.
And you got to keep in mind as well, depending on how you do your comp prep, some people do it a lot harder than others, so you're going to feel like crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So some people will really need it more than others, and you do not want to become reliant on those things just to keep you going through the day. And especially with caffeine and stuff, take it from two people that have gone through and experienced it. The last thing you want to do is have to get through your day with endless amounts of fat burners and caffeine as well. So
it's good to
be
add
smart as
well.
well.
But there are also caffeine-free options available that you can add as well, which we always do. So things like your L-carnitine, your CLA, green tea extract as well are fantastic.
And you've also got Beauty Bum as well, which is really good for helping to shape and tone your body. So that's another thing that I definitely add in.
The dimples up your ass.
Yeah, it's really good. So it's going to help with if you have the cellulite or anything. It's like a saviour for comp prep and the booty.
So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
Next question. Do you want to read this next one?
Okay, the next one we have from Kiara Hales. She said, "Hey guys, I was wondering when you both started out what sort of competitions did you begin with?" There's two parts to this, so let's just answer the first question.
Yes.
Okay, so I personally started off, how long ago was it?
A while.
9 years ago I started competing, and I first did bikini. I did bikini for 2 years, and then I went on to figure, and now I'm going back to bikini for the first time this year. So, I think it depends on where you're at, to be honest. You've got to look at your shape, your body shape. If you haven't been training for a long time, you've certainly got to go to bikini. I love doing bikini first because it helped me to get comfortable on the stage. So it's more about getting that confidence and everything as well, because it doesn't matter at the end of the day, if you're on stage and you have the best rig up there and there's someone next to you who's just got that confidence, they're going to beat you. That's just how it is. So it's really good to get that confidence up there first. So, even I've had some girls that I've coached, and even looking at them, I've seen, they'll be good figure girls, but I've let them do bikini first just to get that confidence up, because figure, you're talking routines, you're talking posing. There's so much more. You have to get that much leaner. There's so much more that encompasses that.
100%. I started out with bikini in 2011, and I personally, because of my body shape, I have no desire to do figure because my body just isn't suited to that. So it's good. You never really see what your body has there until you do diet down and get lean. You never really see the full shape of it. So like Summer said, you know, unless you're naturally a very muscular, you know, person, then you could go straight into figure. It's good to start with bikini. I think so. Don't get me wrong, bikini girls train hard. Like, we train hard.
100%.
But it's more about the shape. So depending on your body shape, it's good to always see a coach when you're about to do a show, have someone to take you through it, and they can have a good look at you and they will tell you what division you're most suited to. And also you have to want to do that division. So, you know, if you have no desire to do the figure stuff or the physique stuff, that's fine. You know, and you want to just do bikini, then that's fine. You have to want to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, this isn't in the question, but one thing that I would certainly recommend if this is your first comp, you need to get a coach. Like, you need someone to give you guidance because, I mean, and do your research on what kind of coach that you get as well, because there's some horrible coaches or PTs or whatever that are out there prepping girls, and our hormones are so sensitive, you have no idea until you actually do a show and put your body through anything remotely like this. But
you need to find a coach that has your health at their best interest.
Yeah, it's not I want to get you on stage, it's you'll be on stage when you're ready. So you've got to keep that in mind. Okay, so we'll continue on with the rest of the question. So she says that she'll be doing her first novice bikini fitness comp soon, but eventually she wants to get into fitness modeling or physique. I'm unsure what kind of division that would be. Like, we do IFBB, so it's always bikini or it's figure or physique. So I think this might be INBA or something. I was just wondering, how long of training did it take? And did you have to stop doing comps in order to gain enough muscle and to bulk? And she says, sorry, it's a long one.
Okay, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Okay, yeah, I'll start. So, yeah, so I mean, it sounds like obviously she's got a bikini body and she wants to work her way up. So by all means, definitely work your way up, but don't go into that division until you're ready. Like, just make sure that your body is ready for that. It honestly is dependent on where your body is at, as if you're going to have time off. I would recommend, and I mean, when I first started competing, you got to understand, like, there was more figure girls on stage than there was bikini girls. There was like a sports model section. There wasn't even bikini in IFBB when I first started. So there was only one comp a year and I did one comp. So I had the rest of the time off. And honestly, like, if it's your first starting, you do need that time in between. You need to get your body a rest. I see too many people that are just smashing themselves twice a year, every year. They don't have time off, and you've got to have that time out, and you've got to remember that there is no hurry to get up there. Like, everyone is in a hurry to get there, and you know what? It'll always be there, and you get up on stage when you're ready, every time.
I need to jump in here. This is like hits home for me.
Yeah.
So, in terms of, okay, just double checking what she said. Did you ever stop doing comps or to gain enough muscle bulk? Yes. Okay. So, I got my pro card quite quickly, like within 2 years. So that is really fast.
Yeah.
I worked so hard. I was so determined, and I did probably overtrain and smash myself a little bit too much. In saying that, my shape changed to the shape that was required, but I didn't gain really any much muscle. If anything, by the end of my shows, because I was doing so many back to back for 2 years, I started to lose a little bit of muscle. I don't know how I held the muscle I did. I don't know. I think the supplements helped. The supplements seriously helped me. Thanks, muscle waste. But in saying that, now, you know, I did get my dream and I got my pro card. I was so fortunate, and now I'm definitely taking that time. There is no rush, and I kind of wish I knew that before, that there was no rush. I didn't really have anyone telling me that it was okay not to do the next show, and not that I regret that at all. I mean, I'm so happy with what I did, what I achieved, but you know, now I'm taking a bigger break than I would have liked, if that makes sense, just because I do want to gain that extra bit of muscle. And yes, it is to answer your question in that way, it is good to have a little bit of time off. Not time off from training or anything like that. It's more about time off.
You
from
never stop with that.
Never
right?
stop that. It's more about time off from staying so lean. So you do need to add a little bit of extra body fat. You do need to up your calories a bit more to add a bit of extra muscle. You don't have to bulk. It's not about bulking. It's just about increasing your food and calorie content, especially around your training time, just to gain that extra muscle. Yeah.
Look, like myself and Nina both the same. Like a good majority of last year stayed extremely lean for a long period of time. Like
For 2 years I did.
I had a whole year of photo shoots, competitions, everything, and I stayed like just too lean for too long. And I see so much out there. I actually saw something from a very highly regarded fitness person on Facebook the other day, and it said something about the fact that she doesn't compete, but she wants to get lean for her in comp condition, and something about like the people that recently have put on weight since a show, and she would never do that. But I don't think you know until you do a show that is actually what you're supposed to do.
Healthy.
It's healthy for us. We're not supposed to be lean all the time, and it is so hard with social media and everything that's out there because, look,
we're women.
Yeah, it's an addictive sport and you want to be your best, and I completely understand that, but you've got to be easy on yourself, and as women, we are so hard on ourselves.
It's about staying healthy the rest of the time.
Yeah.
You know, the sport is healthy if you do it properly. You're only so lean for a small period of time. And then you have to give your body that chance to recuperate. And you have to give yourself time to build a little bit of muscle. So, don't be afraid to take that time.
And if you guys have looked and you're following me, you will see that I did a blog recently, the fact that I suffered from adrenal fatigue, and that was because of the fact that last year I had no time off, and it wasn't just that, it was the stresses of my life in general and everything, but like, just take it from me that it's so important.
That's a whole nother segment.
Yeah, that's a whole nother segment on adrenal fatigue. Okay, we've got another question.
Last one today.
Last one for today. We have... Okay, so Shaylee Taylor has asked on my Facebook, what and when should I enter my first bikini comp if I live in Perth? Okay, well, again, like kind of we've touched on, it's going to be when you're ready to begin with. And
can I just butt in and say, a lot of girls I see want to have that bikini body and that fitness body, but I just want to let you know, you don't have to do a comp to reach your goals in that way. You don't have to do a show. I mean, a show's a great goal, and if that's what you want to do, fantastic. Go for it. But you don't have to do a comp. So start training first. I would say to Shaylee, start training first. If you're already training, just amp it up. Maybe get someone to start doing a program for you or overseeing what you're doing.
Especially your nutrition as well. Yeah. See where you're at. And if she's eating nothing and she's thinking, I want to do a show, like, you're going to be eating less and less. So you've got to have someone look at your nutrition.
Exactly. So, again, like someone was reiterating before, it's when you're ready. There's no best time. There's no best time for anybody. Everyone's so different in terms of the way their physique looks or where you're at, or but when your body is ready, really. Yeah.
And we're both going to say do IFBB.
Yes.
And they're in March.
IFBB.
March and October in WA. So I would keep an eye out for those dates. And look, if you have any questions, you can always hit us up on our Muscle Works for Her Facebook page. And guys, if you've got any more questions, by all means, just send us an inbox, and we're happy to do this. We love this. So
we're going to be doing Q&A every week. We're going to do some supplement segments. We're going to do some more comp prep segments. And
we will get around to training and cooking and all these kind of fun videos.
We're busy girls, but we're making it happen for you all, okay? So to see you next time.
Thank you girls for the questions. We really appreciate it.
Bye.
Thank you.